up, though? You are now rocking with the Onrea Initiative podcast. I'm your host, Brian Onrea. I'm so thankful to be here for episode number 22. And let me just tell you, man, some folks have been commenting on the frequency of the podcast that I kind of seem to slow down a little bit on the content the last week or two. And I'll admit that. Shout out to the Hood Handyman. Hit me up and let me know. I have slowed down a little bit, but the goal is to pick it back up. I want to do a podcast 4 to 5 times a week at least. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. And I want to do some of my top 11 series. You know, I have a lot of those planned, you know what I'm saying? And I will increase more. You know, I will commit to doing 4 to 5 podcast episodes a week like I have been doing. The last couple weeks, you've been getting like 2, maybe 3 podcasts a week. You know what I'm saying? You'll get more. Let me just be a little bit transparent. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since 2009. You know what I'm saying? Since 2012, I've been a full-time entrepreneur. Like no real job, quote unquote, real 9-to-5 job, but just an entrepreneur making money for myself. I started Shoe Gang 2011, my sneaker business in 2011, I believe. I was selling shoes before then, but I started officially in 2011 with my business, and it's been good, man. And you know, the last couple years been kind of up and down. You know what I mean? So I made the decision at the end of 2023 that I was gonna go ahead and get a full-time job, you know what I'm saying, and still work my businesses. And I just started that job last week, you know what I'm saying? I just finished my second week of working a full-time 9-to-5 job, and I'm just learning a schedule, you know, because here's the thing, me getting a full-time job is actually motivating me more to pursue my entrepreneurial endeavors, like Shoe Game 2011. It's still, you know, going. It's going to be even bigger and better this year. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is going to be even bigger and better, even more episodes. I'm going to start doing interviews soon. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to do interviews, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to build up a one-on-one relationship with you all, the audience, before I start bringing other people in, guests on the show. I want to build up, you know, a solid rapport with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to interview nobody, but I want to. But expect more from the podcast, man. Expect more special segments like my top 11, my favorite 11 things. My music as an artist, I'm a rap artist. I've been rapping since I was 6, you know, and I've got 3 dope songs out: Profit, Love for the 313, and Recovery with my homeboy Steve Keys. I got a lot of music in the tuck, you know. I've been working hard on a music tip, man, so expect more of that. You know, my business, my clothing business, Shut Up and Hustle Harder. You know, I want to do all my entrepreneurial endeavors. I want to increase them even though I have a job, because the job allows me to just, you know, get good money, take care of my responsibilities, and still pursue my dreams. And I want to send out encouragement and motivation to everybody who might be struggling as an entrepreneur. Maybe you've quit your 9-to-5 job and you jumped out to go full time into your dream, and that's dope. You know, I salute everybody doing that. However, if it's rough, man, don't feel bad about going and getting a job. You know, do what you got to do, especially if you got responsibilities like kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you need a roof over your head, etc. But when you do that, I challenge you to go just as hard at your dream. Just because you had to go back and get a job, or maybe you never quit your job and you're still trying to pursue your dream on the side while you got a 9-to-5, you can still pursue your dream while you got a job. You know what I'm saying? Go hard. I saw the Russell, the dope rapper out of the Bay Area. I saw him say that when he had a job, his job was like his record label, because his job was financing his dream. You know, I thought that was smart. But yeah, man, if you don't got a roof over your head, if you can't pay your rent, if you got child support, if you got kids that need stuff, and your entrepreneurial hustling ain't working, go get a job. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with getting a job. You know, for me, I feel like I want to go even harder at my stuff now that I have a job. I'm just figuring out my schedule, you know, and I'm not quitting. I'm not slowing down on nothing, even though it may seem like it, you know. Don't slow down, you know. Get a job, work hard. And you might say, well, dang, if I got a job, how I'm going to have time and energy to pursue all this stuff? Well, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And the great ones find a way. So I challenge you to find a way, just like I'm going to find a way. I said it here on air. I have a job, and I'm still going to give 4 to 5 episodes a week of the Onrea Initiative podcast. So I said it so y'all can hold me accountable, and I'll hold you accountable. Let me know in the comments send me a message, send me a DM. Let me know what you're going through and what kind of business you have, man, and what your goals are. And I'll rock with you. We'll motivate and encourage each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not giving up. I think having a job is good, man, when you got responsibilities, Especially, they always say, man, especially when it comes to music and hip hop and stuff, older people shouldn't rap, I'm in my 40s and I'm rapping. And I say, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to rap, if you want to sing, and you 40, 50, 60, I don't care. Go for it. However, the only thing is, you don't want to be later in age with responsibilities and not taking care of them. And say you're chasing your dreams. That's unacceptable. I don't want to hear about you, a 40-year-old rapper, not taking care of your kids, but you won't get a job, but you're trying to pursue your dreams. No, get a job, take care of your kids, and still pursue your dreams. That's how you do it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to always be naysayers telling you what you can't do. But listen to your gut. Listen to that voice on the inside of you and go after your dreams. You feel me? All right, man. Let's get into these topics, man. Monique, the comedian Monique, man, went on Club Shay Shay. And Club Shay Shay, man, Shannon Sharpe is just tearing it up this year, man. He had the Cat Williams interview and a host of other interviews, man. 21 Savage, Usher. Just a lot of folks he's been interviewing this year alone, But the Monique interview caught attention because, as you know, Monique over the years has always had gripes with people, man. Whether it be Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, she's always went at people, And of course, I hate to say it, but it seems like Club Shay Shay is kind of like going that way, you know what I'm saying, with the messy interviews, I'm not mad at it, you know what I'm saying, because the thing about it is Shannon Sharpe always asks positive questions, and he never sides with anybody. Like when he was on Cat Williams' show, he didn't just agree with Cat Williams and just jump on his side about everything, And with this Monique episode, she went at people that he's had on the show before, like Will Packer. She went at Will Packer, told us some Will Packer stories, you know what I'm saying? And my feeling on all this, and by the way, let me just recap it. She went at Oprah Winfrey, saying Oprah Winfrey, didn't support her and kind of was helping blackball her. She said she has a recording of Tyler Perry admitting to lying on her, saying he was difficult to work with. She said Will Packer, he had a horrible experience on a set of a movie she did with him. She talked about Lee Daniels, saying that her and Lee Daniels reconciled. She went in on Kevin Hart. She said Kevin Hart ghosted her. Because we heard her on Kevin Hart's podcast. She went on Kevin Hart's podcast about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. And she was saying how, Kevin was saying how much he loved her, how much he wanted to help her. And she said on Club Shay Shay that Kevin Hart kind of ghosted her. He agreed to help her with some stuff and kind of ghosted her. My thing is this, man. Her and Netflix had a public beef, and her and Netflix, I think she sued Netflix. They settled and they got a good relationship now. She claims that Tyler Perry cost her tens of millions of dollars, and she said she has a recording of him. Shannon Sharpe asked her on the podcast, take him to court. Why won't you take him to court? And she gave some excuse why she wouldn't take him to court. My thing is this: if you got evidence that he cost you money, take Tyler Perry to court. Take him to court. But other than that, I don't want to hear you complain, man. I don't want to hear you complain on these podcasts, especially about your own people. It's just kind of lame, man. And everybody champions, hold people accountable. You don't gotta do stuff publicly, man. Like I said, if the Tyler Perry recording is real, that sounds like a lawsuit to me. And if he cost you tens of millions of dollars, I would sue. If somebody cost me tens of millions of dollars, I would take them to court. So I would say, go ahead and sue him. Go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know what her end goal is with all this stuff, but I think that it's very messy and it's entertaining. It's giving even people like me something to talk about, but I don't like people going at people. I want all people to get along, all people in the world of all races and colors, but I especially want my people to get along. You know what I'm saying? Especially. So, I don't know, man. The interview came out a few days ago. It's already over 8 million views. I think it was at 4 million in one day. I think it's been out Wednesday, Thursday. about 3 days now, 8 million views. Not quite as big as the Cat Williams interview, but still pretty big to get 8 million in just a few days. That's a huge interview. So shout out to Club Shay Shay, but it just shows people love strife and people love division because people flock to it. People flock to it. They talk about it on the blogs, and the blogs make money off of it because they get views and they get impressions. So look, man, I hope we all get along. Let's all get along. Let's all love each other. I love Monique. I love Shannon Sharpe. I love Tyler Perry. I love Oprah. I love all my people. Is anybody perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. You know what I'm saying? So the minute that we started, acting like, we perfect, but we gonna call it everybody else, but not call it our own BS. I don't know, man. But anyway, man, speaking of strife, man, it was a little bit of fallout with the older generation versus the young generation when Killer Mike won his Grammy. He won the Grammy for Album of the Year over Travis Scott Utopia, over Metro Boomin's album Heroes and Villains, and the streamer Cenat went off saying he didn't know who Killer Mike was, and
who this is, okay? Hey, brother, God bless you. Congratulations. I don't know who you are. Positivity you. Praying for you, bro. Positivity out the window. Who decided this motherfucker? Who the fuck decided this motherfucker?
Who is he? And it does sound kind of disrespectful because Killer Mike is a legend who's been in the game for at least 20 years. I imagine almost 20 years. He came out with, I heard him on a Whole World song with Outkast, you know what I'm saying? So it's been almost 20 years, if not 20 plus years in the game, paid his dues, you know what I'm saying? As I said, he deserved to win the Album of the Year. I would have went with Nas King's Disease 3, but I think Killer Mike definitely deserved the Album of the Year for Michael. It was a great album. So I think it's disrespectful. But this young generation, man, you gotta like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk about my kids and my daughter in particular. I put her up on stuff. I make sure she knows who the legends are in the game. So I don't know about that, but Joe Budden went off on him, and him and Cenat and Joe Budden going back and forth. Killer Mike had a gracious response. Killer Mike, just invited him to come check out his music.
And I want to invite all the people. I want to invite the cool streamers. I don't know nothing about streamer. I want to invite Kyle. Thank you for saying my name.
Kyle,
I know your guy. I know your guy and weird, but listen, I want to come to the room. I want to bring you a broom because Atlanta still won. You feel
yeah.
me? However it go, young player, just know I rock with you two and I'm cheering for all of us. You know what I mean? Because I think that from a cultural standpoint, this is the center of the black world culturally. Mm-hmm. And however, whoever's winning, we winning.
Yeah.
So I just want to just tell him that, like.
Yeah, I just blamed it on the Gen Z when I watched the video.
I ain't blaming it on nothing. Like, I love y'all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get treated bad, I'm right there for you. You know what I mean? So I know how it go though. You know what I'm saying? When I liked Luke and the Two Line Crew, my mama was more into Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I get it, but I listen to both bands. So I'm gonna just say to young people out there, it ain't nothing wrong with expanding. It ain't nothing wrong with trying something else. It ain't nothing wrong, with just giving. Having. You don't have to be always in the crowd. You know what I mean? Like I
look, man, check out my music. Maybe you'll like it. Let's build. And Aiden Ross is the other streamer that Joe Budden was going off on, and the kids love to stream. Streaming is kind of like the thing for the kids or the younger generation. I might get into streaming, by the way. I don't know. Y'all let me know, should I get into streaming? Should I do some live streams? I was thinking about maybe streaming when new music comes out and playing all the new music, you know what I'm saying, and just streaming it. But I don't know. But anyway, Killer Mike was pretty graceful about it. And I do think that the younger generation and the older generation should kind of come together more. Again, it's always some kind of war going on. It's the gender war, men versus women, the race war, black versus white, the generational war, old versus young. I think we all should come together because we all need each other. You feel what I'm saying? Much love to everybody, man. Speaking of conflicts, though, man, Kanye West, he went online on, I think his Instagram page, and just talked about how him and Ty Dolla $ign had a new Vultures album, and the United Center in Chicago was the only arena that would let him book to do a listening event at.
And I just wanted to express to everybody out there to see if it's anyone that can help with this. It's the only arena that I had access to in the past year. And when I call, people say there's no avails for me. And you know why that is. So if there's anybody out there that can help with this, please do.
So, you know, he wants somebody to help him with it. And my first thinking is just like, man, Kanye, you offended so many people. You offended black people, you know, your own people. You offended Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, I know he still got his core fans, but I'm not with all that division and strife again. I'm not with all that. You got to understand, you know, why some powers that be don't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So don't go and complain because somebody help. You know, and you gave that apology to the Jewish community and you put it in like Hebrew, I believe, on your, and people don't believe that either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think it's sincere. I say just wait and see, take him at his word, but you can't be surprised that these venues don't want to book you, man. You can't be anti-Semitic. You can't say stuff against your own people. You know, you can't, you know, just rant against everybody and expect people to like still rock with you. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. And then apparently he sampled a song from Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. And Ozzy Osbourne had this long statement about how Kanye West asked for permission to sample it and he didn't approve, and you know, he don't want to be associated with Kanye West. And Kanye West posted a picture of Ozzy Osbourne and Shannon Osbourne dressed like Kanye and his wife for Halloween. And I do think, you know, I was kind of on Ozzy Osbourne's side, but at the same time, you're going to dress up like Kanye for Halloween. Even if you're making fun of him, like, you can't, like, try to, like, diss him, but you still dressing up like him on Halloween. Even if it was an insult, it's like, bro, that's kind of lame. So I was on the Osbourne side until I recalled them dressing up as Kanye and his wife, I think her name is Bianca, for Halloween. So that's kind of weak, man. Again, let's all just get along. But if somebody didn't want you to sample their song, you know, don't sample it. Or if you do sample it, be prepared for legal action, because I think that intellectual property should be protected. And if I create something and I don't get permission to use it, don't use it. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? I know it's some controversy about hip hop, how hip hop uses samples, and I've heard like J. Cole and Logic, for example, talk about how like people should be able to sample no matter what and just pay the people who they sample from without getting permission. I think that's lame. No, you should get permission. If the person who you sample from don't want you to use their stuff, you shouldn't be able to use it. Simple as that. So I do agree with Ozzy Osbourne from that perspective, but I think that, man, you can't be trying to clown Kanye and still dress up like him for Halloween, you know? So I don't side with nobody in that, but I hope everybody get along. And I do hope that Kanye West cuts it out with the bitterness, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, if he's a Christian like he says he is, exercise love, man, and move forward in light and unity and stop being so divisive just because you don't get your way. Again, man, I'm not with all these millionaires and billionaires complaining about stuff. I'm just not, you know, because you can do it yourself. If you got the money and the influence, do it yourself. Build your own arena, you know what I'm saying? Do your own concerts, you know what I'm saying? Stream it. If you can't find an arena in the city, do it live, do it at a park or something, and build a stage. Whatever when you rich, man, I don't want to hear you complaining. I just don't. I don't like complaining. Period. From poor people. I definitely don't like complaining from rich people, you know what I'm saying? Or people who are healthy. If you're healthy and you can move your body and you got your arms and legs working, you can see, you can hear, and you got food to eat, stop complaining. You know, whatever it is, man, pray to God and push through. But I hate complaining, man. Speaking of complaining and just talking greasy, man, I kind of felt the way, man, about this whole Steven Jackson versus Austin Rivers thing. Austin Rivers is a basketball player. I think he's out of the NBA right now, but he played for many years in the NBA. He's the son of future Hall of Fame coach Doc Rivers, because Doc Rivers will go to a Hall of Fame as a coach, you know. He's the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks now, but he's coaching with the LA Clippers. He won a championship as a coach of the Boston Celtics. He coached the 76ers. And there's a lot of talk about LeBron James' son, Bronny James, who plays at USC, about whether he's ready to go to the NBA. Because the talk was he would go to college for 1 year and go to the NBA. But his college career kind of been stalled a little bit. He had a heart issue he had to take care of, and God bless him for that. And he's not playing super good in college. I mean, he's playing okay, but he's not playing good enough to be like a top draft pick, in my opinion. And they were talking about it on ESPN. Austin Rivers works for ESPN now. Austin Rivers just said something to the effect of like, look, man, I don't want Bronny to go play with LeBron, because as somebody who played for my dad, you know, it's a lot of unwanted scrutiny, you know, and I don't wish that for him, you know, because I know what it feels like. Harmless statement. Steven Jackson comments like, oh, you a scrub, man, and Doc Rivers ain't LeBron, and you a scrub, and you ain't good as Bronny, and all this, and it's like, just hating on him, man. First of all, I love you, Steven Jackson, but I just feel like he always jumping in with some hateful comments pertaining to something that he has nothing to do with. That's how he got into it with Kwame Brown. You know, that's how like Shannon Sharpe went at him. You know what I'm saying? For sticking your nose and stuff that don't pertain to you. And this Austin Rivers thing. And then like there was a big response video, you know what I'm saying? And then Stack went off on a response video, doubling down on his statements. You know, first of all, in high school, Austin Rivers was pretty good. He was a top recruit, high top recruit. When he played at Duke, or is it North Carolina? I think it was Duke. Whatever he played at in college, he played really, really well. He was a top 10 draft pick. You know, none of that had to do with his daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't like that, man. I don't like that, and I think that as older people, we ought to like be more positive. Again, I scroll all day long and see a lot of stuff that I have negative thoughts towards, okay? I see stuff and be like, man, shut your butt up or whatever, but I keep it to myself and keep strolling. As a matter of fact, I take those negative thoughts and just let it go, let it come in my mind and leave my mind, because I want to stay positive. So I ain't gonna just jump on stuff and comment negative stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I think Steven Jackson, man, gotta chill with that. Gotta chill, you know what I'm saying? Be more positive, man. And I think I'm tired of it. So I'm at a point now where I can't even follow the brother no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan, you know, I like his playing career, even though he had to fight at the Palace against my Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Against my Pistons fans. But I rock with Steven Jackson, man. But I think he been out of bounds too many times, man. It's just like, you gotta humble yourself, bro, and spread love and not hate, because you spreading hate, you know what I'm saying? And you know how people say, get that hate out your heart? Steven Jackson, get that hate out your heart, man. I think you gotta like hate in your heart, man. You gotta like spread love, you know what I'm saying? Onrea Initiative Podcast, let's get it. All right, man. Next up, man, you know I'm a big fan of Snoop Dogg. You know I love covering Snoop Dogg content. And this is like real big. You know I love buying Snoop Dogg's products in Walmart. You know, Snoop Dogg got cereal in Walmart. He's got clothes and pajamas in Walmart. He's got cookbooks in Walmart. You know, Snoop and Walmart like got a close relationship. So it kind of baffled me when I saw that Master P was with Ben Crump, the civil rights attorney, and they announced they're suing Walmart on behalf of Snoop Dogg's Broadest Foods, because they feel like, and Post Foods, because you know Snoop cereal is distributed by Post, and they're saying that Walmart and Post conspired to like have Snoop Dogg cereal fail.
But the Long Beach-born rapper and his cereal business partner, rapper Master P, say cereal giant Post and retail giant Walmart have quashed their efforts to get Snoop cereal on store shelves.
How come all these knockoff brands are successful and we don't have a chance?
This was collusion. This was breach of contract.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing Broadest Foods, the company formed by Snoop Dogg and Master P. They are suing Post and Walmart. Crump released this video he says shows people searching Walmart shelves across the country failing to find Snoop cereal. He says that's despite having a sales contract with Walmart and Post to carry their products. So where was all the Snoop cereal? According to the video, it was still sealed in its shipping boxes.
People who wanted affordable, nutritious cereal could not find them.
Post didn't respond before deadline, but Walmart issued a statement that reads in part, Walmart values our relationship with our suppliers, and we have a strong history of supporting entrepreneurs. Many factors affect the sales of any given product, including consumer demand, seasonality, and price, to name a few.
The first thing they said was they're not giving Snoop Dogg cereal shelf space. They don't put Snoop Dogg cereal in the cereal aisle. They keep it stored in the back, or they keep it stored in aisles where you can't find cereal. And I agree with this because before I started this podcast, I got to find some of the footage, but I recorded myself going to several Walmarts, and the Snoop Dogg cereal was hard to find. When you click it, when you go to Walmart's website, it would always say sold out. And then you have to find what store it's at. And you have to search manually for what store it's at. I found a couple stores here in Georgia that sold it. I had to drive like 30 minutes to one store. I think it was out in Loganville, I believe, somewhere out there. Or Centerville, I don't know. But I found the cereal, but it wasn't in the cereal aisle. It was in some miscellaneous aisle with miscellaneous food products. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna know to do that? Who's gonna know to do that? You know, you gotta be a savvy customer and really looking for it. Now, I did see it in the aisleway at this Walmart in Chamblee, Georgia, but it was kind of buried. It was kind of like, and I understand this. I'm a marketing major. I know about like shelf space is everything. Companies pay top dollar for shelf space, so I get that it's hard to get shelf space, and I kind of find it hard to imagine that a company will go in business with you wanting you to fail. You know, why waste our time? Unless it's a diversity play. We want to play like we diverse, but we really not diverse. I don't know. All I know is that they're suing Walmart, and Walmart put out a statement saying that they stand behind their products and all that stuff. And you know, but it is kind of weird having the cereal not in the cereal aisle. So they got a point. They got a point there. The weird thing though is that how did this affect Snoop Dogg's relationship with Walmart? Because Snoop Dogg got his whole Dog Supply clothing line at Walmart, you know, and I got several of those clothes, you know what I'm saying? And they're steady coming out with new clothes, Snoop Dogg clothes in Walmart. They got the winter stuff, and they got the summer stuff. I saw shorts and shirts there. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. Or will even Snoop Dogg's ice cream is at Walmart. I forgot about that. But are they gonna you know, keep a relationship? How would that affect Snoop and Walmart? I don't know, but I'll keep you posted. You feel me? I'll keep you posted on that, man. Anyway, more positive news. Let's talk about new music, man. Usher dropped this new album, Coming Home. I think it's a very good album, man. R&B album. I'm not the biggest R&B guy, especially newer R&B, but I like the album, man. Producers on here. You got Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox is on here. The Dream is on here. Pharrell is on there. Tricky Stewart, D-Mile, Rico Love, and others are on there. My favorite songs are some of the songs that Jermaine Dupri and B. Cox did, like On the Side, I Am the Party. Those are dope songs. Luckiest Man is a good song. One of Them Ones is a good song. He got a lot of good songs on this album, actually. More than that, but those are my favorite ones. But it's a lot of good records on there, man. I loved it. So Usher's back. And Usher will be performing at Super Bowl tomorrow night. So check that out. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good album, Coming Home, man. Let me know what y'all think about the album, man. Also, I listened to Boosie Badass new album, man. In the House too. Boosie and the Beast. The whole album was produced by Hit the Beast. I believe, yeah. Hit the Beast produced, or Jit the Beast. Oh, I say Hit on my notes. Jit the Beast produced the whole album, man. It's a dope album too, man. My favorite songs in there are Businessman, where he talks about people sampling his music, you know what I'm saying? And him suing people who sample his music. Like, you know, he used to be a gangster, you know. Boosie was in jail for like attempted murder and all this stuff and a lot of gangster stuff, but he's been out of jail when he's like, you know, saying, look, I'm not gonna go to the streets, I'm gonna go to the courtroom with it. You know what I'm saying? People sampling his music. He had a song called World We Living In, which I can relate to, man. It's just him talking about how crazy the world is, man. How you gotta like hold your head and just be positive because the world is a trip. I relate to that song big time. He had a song called Scroll Down, where he's talking about the craziness on social media. Real good song, man. So shout out to Boosie and his new album, In the House 2, Boosie and the Beast. Shout out to Jit the Beast, you know what I'm saying? Dope album, man. Camron and Swiss Beats and Kith dropped a new song called Last Stop. I love that Camron is rapping, man. It's a good song. It's like a traditional hip-hop beat. You know what I'm saying? But Cam is flowing on the whole song, man. Mace, You Up. You know, y'all got that show It Is What It Is, man. Cam dropping music. When your music dropping? I want to hear new Mace. I want to hear Mace and Cam on more songs, man. But that's a dope song, man, by Camron. You know what I'm saying? Last Stop. It's other new stuff out there, man, too. I'll talk about it more in the upcoming episodes. But I wanted to just come out here, man, and let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be doing more episodes. You know what I'm saying? I want to encourage y'all to keep chasing y'all dreams, man. It's okay to get a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? But don't give up your dreams. Don't give up your dreams for nobody. Bear with me, y'all, because I grew up having a stuttering problem, right? A speech impediment. And for some reason, the same thing happened with the Free Game podcast, man. When the cameras come on, I start to talk fast, out of control, and sometimes I can't pronounce words right, or I talk fast, or I stutter. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm trying to get better at slowing down, pronouncing my words. I don't know, man, but for some reason, when I turn the camera on, I start, my voice and my speech get crazy, man. But bear with me, man. I'm trying to improve the podcast every day. I'm trying to improve with the lighting, with the audio. I know the audio isn't always the best. That's why I put music underneath it to make it a little bit better. But I will get a new microphone. I use my headphones microphone for my Beats audio, you know what I'm saying, to record. So I will get a better microphone soon. I will improve, you know what I'm saying. Bear with me, but I'm just wanting to reach y'all, man, and touch y'all, you know what I'm saying, consistently. I love y'all, man. I want to go on this journey with y'all. 2024 is the year of consistency. You feel me? We're going to stay consistent no matter what. I don't care what's going on in my life. I don't care what's happening. I'm going to stay consistent with y'all, man, because I love y'all, and God has called me to serve y'all. You know, so I'm here to serve. I'm going to keep serving. And God has called you to serve as well. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your calling is, man, serve the people, serve us. We need your gift. The world needs your gifts. You feel me? That's all I got today, man. Onrea Initiative. I'm out.